Day One Journey, episode 1446. Knowing yourself versus knowing others. Well, I try to remind myself to be true to myself. But in order to be true to myself, I need to know who I am. I need to know myself. But what this has to do with other people? Well, there's one of my favorite quotes: knowing others is intelligence, knowing yourself is true wisdom. So I will uh, I will say something similar. Knowing yourself is the true challenge. And when you know yourself, you actually open yourself to know other people. I'll give you some examples. One example that was quite not obvious to me or surprising to me is once I think I came clean with myself a few years ago with, owning who I am, the sort of bad things, the good things, like all the package, me sharing out loud some of my deep, fantasies or weird stuff that was going on in my head, whether I was sharing it with other people or I heard other people sharing the things that don't make us proud of ourselves, things that sound weird. And after I was in these very interesting, deep and personal conversations with different people in my life, whether it was life partner or like my partner or very good friends, or maybe I was just listening to a lecture or a different conversation. Once I realized that, sort of admitted that I have this weird things going on in my head, and I see other people have these as well. Now I just know everybody has these things inside their head. Weird stuff that they think about, and for example, just a random example in my head. I know, meaning I have a lot of sense of certainty about people. Like each person I think in the world has played with the idea whether they are straight or gay, for example. I'm pretty sure about it. I played with my head. And I'm pretty sure everyone did. At some point in life, ask themselves, they like girls or boys? Just for example, since I went through these things, or I went through different other things, I know that other people are going through these things as well. Of course, to some kind of a different level or different intensity, and we're sort of all different, but at the same time, we're all the same or very similar. And this sort of understanding how much we are similar to one another in terms of we want to feel important, we want to make some kind of a difference, we want someone to understand us. These sort of things that are important to me, I'm extremely certain about these things that they're also important to other people to an extent. Knowing myself, and doing this journey of going within and understanding more and more about my dreams and all different kinds of things that I had in my mind throughout the years, I find much easier to understand other people, getting to know them, sometimes understand where they, put their hand in the sand or not really telling me all the truth, and they prettify their story, sitting down, for example, in a first conversation with someone, whether it's a date or just a new friend that I just found out, and I think it'll be quite easy for me to understand if they try to impress me with the good stories that they have, or they actually tell me a real story. Yeah, because a real story has everything. Yeah, a real story has bits and pieces that you were a bit ashamed of yourself, or a bit confused, or you didn't know. No real story is going smooth, unless it's a very short story. It's not that interesting. So knowing myself helps me to know other people and to have much more awareness. So self-awareness helps me with overall awareness. The second thing I wanted to share with you is sometimes it's extremely important. Maybe I'll leave it to the next episode, diving a bit deeper. I'll just give you a snippet of it. If you don't know your real value, the value you can bring, your self-worth, if you if you actually don't know where you stand in terms of value that you give to other people, whether it's your family, other people, you set an example, like if you don't really know how helpful or not helpful, or detrimental, you are, if you don't understand where you stand compared to other people in in somehow objective way, whether you are too positive or too optimistic, or or the other way around, if you see yourself too negatively, I think it really impacts the way that you see the world, and I don't think that you will be able to see the world clearly if you don't see yourself. The way that you are, with the advantages, with the disadvantages, with everything. This journey of understanding who you are, and not just who you are, what you have to bring to the table, what you can bring, what you brought to the table, how you help the people in your life, the amount of value that you brought to them. If you don't really fathom this amount of help that you gave other people, it will be very hard for you to understand other people as well. Know your worth. It might be much higher than you really think. Have an amazing day, day one. See you tomorrow.